A young woman was walking alone when a thief on a motorbike sped past, snatching her phone and handbag. Fearing for her safety, she ran. But just as the thief thought he had escaped, two brave men rushed out from a nearby house. In a fearless move, they confronted him and taught him a harsh lesson: that women deserve respect. A terrifying home invasion took place at the Interlace Apartments in Dallas. A man disguised as a maintenance worker initially tried to enter under the pretense of checking air filters, but resident Ethan Rodriguez refused. Hours later, the suspect returned, this time with an armed accomplice. They attempted to break down the door, but Rodriguez fired in self-defense, forcing one suspect to flee. The incident unfolded inside a small restaurant on a bustling street, where an off-duty police officer happened to be among the diners. Suddenly, a robber stormed in, attempting to snatch valuables from customers. Acting with speed and precision, the officer relied on his training, and with the swift support of nearby citizens, managed to subdue and apprehend the two robbers before they could escape. A tense robbery took place in Brazil, where a man, along with his wife and daughter, was confronted by armed criminals. At first, his decision to comply with their demands was understandable, as it prioritized his family's safety. However, his sudden counterattack against the robbers as they turned to leave raises legal concerns. The key question is whether the law should take into account the perception of an ongoing danger, even if the immediate threat appears to have passed. In Everett, Washington, a smoke shop manager successfully foiled an armed robbery attempt with an unusual weapon: bear spray. The store had already endured a violent robbery in which employees were held at gunpoint. Determined to prevent a repeat, owner Ryan Watkins equipped the shop with bear spray and other defensive tools strategically placed throughout the premises. That preparation paid off. When the robbers struck again, the manager acted swiftly, unleashing the spray and stopping the crime in its tracks. He walked in like any ordinary customer, calm, relaxed, just browsing. But in an instant, the man drew a gun and demanded money. Fearing for his life, the shop owner handed over cash while the intruder tore through the shelves, searching for more valuables. What the robber didn't realize was that the owner was waiting for his chance. When the moment came, he acted, firing in self-defense. Stunned and off guard, the robber bolted into the street, only to be captured shortly after as police rushed to the scene. Ball thief taken down by a clothesline. A reckless thief tried to snatch a ball and thought he could get away easily. He dashed off at full speed, but ironically, a simple clothesline turned into an unexpected trap, sending him tumbling down in a way that was both painful and hilarious. Two armed thugs stormed into a shop, waving their guns in a brazen attempt to snatch cash. But the owner and his employee refused to be victims. With remarkable courage, they fought back, overpowering and capturing one of the assailants. The second robber, still armed, tried to flee. This bold thief must have thought he was about to pull off the perfect crime. He snuck in, quietly pushed the motorbike out of the gate, and imagined that once the engine roared, he'd vanish in an instant. But life isn't a dream. At the crucial moment, the bike got jammed in the gate. He wrestled, twisted, and struggled, desperately trying to break free. But nothing worked. While he was still locked in battle with his iron opponent, the homeowner stormed out like a furious storm, shovel in hand, ready to kick him straight in the backside. And just like that, the thief bolted, sprinting for his life, narrowly escaping becoming the neighborhood's punching bag. A thief tried to rip a handbag from a woman's grasp when, in a flash, a man nearby sprang into action. Launching himself forward, he delivered a crushing flying kick that knocked the robber off balance. In an instant, the woman and her child were safe. These two thieves thought they'd score a comfy seat with a stolen sofa. But reality hit fast. The homeowner burst out like lightning, and before they could even sit down, they were running, faster than Usain Bolt. It began as an ordinary day of shopping, until a man in a white shirt stormed in and declared a robbery. Armed with a gun, he showed no hesitation, yanking a gold chain from the neck of a customer in a black t-shirt before grabbing anything of value within reach. Panic erupted as terrified shoppers scattered in every direction. But just when the robber believed he had total control, a brave man nearby sprang into action. The guy saw a woman sitting alone and approached her, aiming for her phone. However, she seemed alert and carefully protected her phone, leaving him no chance to grab it. He immediately switched to trying to snatch her handbag and ran off, but she reacted in time. As he fell, she gave him a few lessons he wouldn't forget. A group of friends were laughing and chatting when suddenly, 2 robbers burst in. Chaos exploded instantly. 3 of the men scrambled for safety, but one refused to run. Determined to turn the tables, he stood his ground, locking eyes on the intruders. In that moment, he was ready to fight back.